Hey guys, it's Adam and welcome to the JAMAcast podcast. And as usual, we have
Josh,
Adam,
Morgan,
and our special guest today is...
Hi, I'm Sam.
I'm Sam is his first name.
I'm also known as Captain Blox, as known by... I'm not really good at these kind of things, so...
It's just a conversation, it's okay.
Yeah.
You
just talk.
You're among friends here.
Yeah.
I'm on Friends?
You're on Friends.
Well, see ya.
Yeah, copyright strike.
Funny enough, I've never actually seen that show.
It's
Really?
a good show.
I've had a bunch of people say, hey, you need to actually sit down and watch Friends. I'm like, no.
No.
I would actually go as far as to say that it is worth sitting down and just watching, like binge watching. Kind of like Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls is fabulous.
Gilmore Girls is amazing.
I've never actually really had a yen to watch that show.
Yeah, I've watched...
It's very good.
I think I've
I
watched...
have every season on DVD.
I've watched all of the show, plus the Netflix ones. I binge watched them, and I almost cried at the last one. There's actually not much to make me cry, but somehow Gilmore Girls almost did. I am a man, damn it.
I'm on season 6 now, so I have 2 more seasons plus the Netflix series to go.
Okay.
I don't watch the show.
You don't watch the show.
No.
I don't watch
Neither do I,
shows.
so...
We watched like me and you have both watched the entirety of Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, that was basically the last couple weeks of my schooling, was just binge watching Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty is a beautiful show, honestly.
It's actually really smart and well made for the fact that it comes off as incredibly stupid, but it's actually a really well made and well written show, which really surprised me.
Justin Roiland is a god.
I wouldn't go as far to say as that, but
I mean, it's an amazing show.
like it's a really good show. Characters are fun and jokes are
Ooh-wee!
okay. Is most of this gonna be like just like quoting Rick and Morty?
Hope not.
I guess the thing that I like about Rick and Morty the most, because I haven't seen much of it, I've seen 1 episode, but like it's sort of the uncleanliness of like the voice acting.
Oh
in a
yeah.
way. Like it's super unclean.
Oh
but
yeah.
that's what makes it kind of charming in a way, because like everybody's stuttering and stammering and whatever, and it's great.
Well, it's natural.
Yeah,
it
seems more natural
it feels
than
more
most other
natural.
adult
It's
TV
not like a
programming.
Tim Allen show or something like that where it's like, ooh, this is supposed to be family life comedy, but it's like you're not stammering over every word you say, so
It just doesn't. It sounds so natural for it being just a really raunchy cartoon on.
You could
Adult
say
Swim.
it's a squanchy cartoon.
Please don't.
all right.
I will make all of the references. Now that we're on the topic of Rick and Morty, you cannot stop me.
And here's the title of this episode.
Oh jeez. Anyway, is there anything you guys wanted to talk about? Like anything in
I
particular?
mean, I guess the topic of TV movies has already kind of come up.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what you kind of do on your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
That and Slipknot, the man who could climb anything.
Okay, if we're gonna talk about really bad movie characters, Slipknot from Suicide Squad definitely has to show up. He is on screen for like not even 5 to 10 minutes.
And then he dies, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
That's not even spoiler alert.
10
It's just
in the movie.
so unbelievably pitiful how he goes out of the movie. It's sad.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, I've heard, I haven't seen it, and I don't ever plan on it. I've heard it's just sad.
I actually enjoyed it personally.
I really don't like Suicide Squad, but of course, that's the editor and the... I don't find it a really entertaining film. I find so many problems with the thing that I just can't like it. I just don't.
I heard one of the major problems with that is like the Joker or something or whatever.
Oh, we'll get into Jared Leto, but...
Well,
man.
personally, and Captain Blox and I have a little bit of a quarrel in this factor. I haven't
fancy
seen
words.
I haven't seen the like theatrical version of Suicide Squad. So I don't know why people hate the new Joker so much.
He's cool. I actually enjoyed.
That
was a good performance. Honestly,
he's a very good actor.
Really good.
I wouldn't go that far. Leto is a.
I think the best actor ever is Stephen Merchant.
Of course.
No.
But like Jared Leto is
Marvel.
a very good actor.
Yeah.
Like he's very good at.
He's
like,
he's one of those
making
extreme method actors. Like, he'll play the part, but he'll go overboard. The fact that he was on screen for literally like 10 minutes, literally didn't. What you heard about him was he was mailing condoms to people and dead rats and pigs and stuff like that. It's like,
hold on, this is news to me. What?
But that's not like.
Wait,
that's
not
in
the
the
Joker.
extended version.
In real life or in the movie?
In
real life, Jared Leto did that to get in character.
That's awesome, actually.
That's commitment.
No,
He did?
in real life. But here's the thing. Heath Ledger did a phenomenal job as the Joker.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
10 times better than Leto.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
But here's the thing. Because Heath Ledger is such a good Joker, you can't compare Leto to him. You can't.
Oh, you can, but it's just...
That would be like comparing...
It's like comparing Star Wars The Phantom Menace to Citizen Kane. You just can't.
Yeah. That would be like comparing freaking... I don't know. That it's not... It doesn't work because Heath Ledger did such a good job at portraying Joker, but just because this new Joker is different,
that was Leto's job. That's not the Joker, though. If you take a look at the actual character of the Joker, that's not him. He doesn't go around. He's like, oh, I'm crazy and stuff. It's like, that doesn't feel like the Joker.
Okay, but
Cesar Romero, the 60s Batman Joker, I feel did a better job of the Joker than Jared Leto.
That's drastic because he's bad.
Here's the thing, though. There are 3 kinds of Jokers. And this is legit, though. There's the criminal mastermind. There's the actual Joker, like, pulls pranks and is like, I'll get you next time, Batman, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's the psychopath Joker. Now the David Leto, he was the...
David Leto?
Jared.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared.
Breaking the desk.
Yeah, Leto, Mr. Leto, he was the criminal mastermind in this one, so...
Yeah, so was Jack Nicholson, but Jack Nicholson did a phenomenal job in the Tim Burton Batman.
But here's
best Joker.
Here's the thing that
No, that's not the best Joker. The best Joker is the one in the Lego Batman movie.
Zach Galifianakis?
actually.
No,
That-
I would say Mark Hamill's better.
I watched that movie.
Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
Actually, I watched it in like... Okay, I hate those moving seats. Just a little bit of sidetrack.
The
D-Box.
Ultra AVX?
Yeah, I don't like
stuff.
those. They don't add anything.
I wanna
find it distract.
I hate that, because I was sitting there through the movie, like, Adam and a couple of other guys went with Swift Click on his birthday party, and we had went to see that movie. He had done the whole Ultra AVX stuff. Fine, if you want to do that, go right ahead. I hate that. It takes away from the movie, and I was so distracted.
Luckily, you can turn it off, which is exactly what I did.
Really?
Because,
You could turn yours off? I couldn't with mine.
Yeah, I turned mine off because I was like, this makes the movie worse. At the end of the movie, I was like, the only thing I hated about the movie was the chairs. And that wasn't even the movie's fault, really.
Mm.
It's more Cineplex.
Along with the extremely irritating children in the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, the children.
I hate I really don't like children in movie theaters.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said it enough. I really don't like annoying moviegoers. You pay the money to go see the movie. You sit there and watch the movie, even if it's good or bad. I paid perfectly good money to go see the movie.
Yeah.
There is no reason for you to be acting so immature like that in a movie theater. You paid the money. Either you or someone else that you went with paid the money to go see that movie.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go act like a jerk like that, just watch it at home. Rent it and watch it at home. There's literally no reason for that. It irritates me. It really does.
The one thing I don't like about watching movies at home is a lot of times when you want to... am like a quality freak. Like, I know you love your Blu-rays, and that's what's really good about Blu-rays is the fact that the quality on those is fantastic. I wish there was more like that in streaming. Like if I go on Google Play and I look up the Lego Batman movie, I can download that in 4K.
Oh, yeah.
Which means I can watch it in almost the same quality that I would watch it in the theater.
Yeah.
But that's not available as much for other movies. Like, I would love to watch, like,
If
Beauty and the Beast in 4K.
If you get Moana, you can't
Movies-
get that in 4K.
Almost every single movie...
You can't get Zootopia in 4K, and
Which
that
I
would be
would love.
Every single
Speaking
movie-
of movies, that is the best Disney movie, hands down.
Every single movie nowadays, I know for a fact, is shot with a minimum of 4K.
Yeah.
So there is literally no reason for...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most movies are shot at least 8K.
If the Angry Birds movie can get a 4K release, then there's no reason that Zootopia can't.
Yeah.
It's like, they even talked, like, in depth in the behind the scenes about how much it took to render the fur of the characters.
Yeah.
Because it was so realistic.
Well, it was something like Nick Wilde or whatever on his entire body had like 10 times the amount of hair that Elsa had in Frozen. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense because he's furred on his whole body, but anyway.
He's also wearing a shirt and pants, too, which covers a... But of course, you also got to factor in the fur underneath the shirt and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
Rendering that must have been a nightmare,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
think.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how long it actually took to render Zootopia, like, beginning to end.
It's interesting because in that movie, they developed and programmed, like, different wind engines and stuff like that had never existed before Zootopia.
Yeah.
And you look at Moana and like it's carried through there, and it's going to carry through and keep developing in every movie they make. Afterwards.
We had talked about this in the Moana review that we had done on my channel.
Yeah.
That stuff is going to constantly keep updating and advancing, and I'm actually really excited to see, like, I like Disney as a company. I don't like all the choices that they make, but they've stayed consistent when it comes to good quality animation.
Yeah. Well, it's like you look at something like Zootopia, and there isn't a single camera shot in that movie that is not moving.
Yeah.
And that isn't colorful.
I mean, there's a movie that I watched with him where the camera never stops moving and annoys me so much.
Well, not like the camera not moving. The camera not
it's just
moving
motion inside the actual shot.
Emotion in the shot. That's what I mean, right?
Oh, okay.
Because like
wind
there's
going
so
through
much
trees
foliage and stuff like that. The trees are always blowing in the wind and stuff like that, or the grass is moving, or you'll see dust particles in the air, or things like that.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
Luckily, the camera in that can stay still sometimes, unlike the one that I think
Okay.
Birdman, who it kept
Birdman,
moving.
it's an artistic choice. The reason why it's made to look like it's done in one shot, because the whole point of the movie is Michael Keaton's character is a guy who's trying to revive his career through means of Broadway. Broadway, you do stuff in one take. That was the entire point of the movie, was it was made to look like it was done in one take as a reflection on the reality that's being shown.
I like, when I watch him, like, the one thing that really made me not like the fact that the camera, it never cut. Sometimes I feel like in a movie, I need a break. Like, a break
Oh, I understand.
in scene. That's why I like it when a movie will cut to a different camera instead of always, like in that one, seeming like it's just the same one.
Well, and that's another thing that I hate about movies, is this necessary thing that Hollywood thinks needs to exist for shaky hand cameras.
Yeah.
Like, when I first saw The Hunger Games, which...
Oh, that is just... In that one, it's a completely unnecessary. The first Hunger Games movie.
The only points when the cameras aren't shaky is when they're in... And this is kind of a cool thing, I think, is the only time the cameras aren't shaky is when they are in buildings that belong to the Capitol. Because those buildings are clean and stuff like that, right? They aren't yeah. But when you're trying to follow her along as she's running through the woods,
and you can't
see anything. It's just blurry, and there's someone that could be her, Jennifer Lawrence, but all you can really see is just a brown jacket flying through the woods.
There is definitely a time and place for it. Like, there's certain points in Paul Greengrass films, like Bourne Ultimatum.
Yeah.
There's reasons for that, where there's a bit of a shaky cam and unsteadiness, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
The part of the scene is it's unsteady. It's a little bit chaotic at times. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
In Children of Men, there was a reason for that. Either it zoomed in on something far away and you realize, yeah, that's what a camera's going to do. It's going to shake. And that's part of it.
Shaky camera works in high-tensity scenarios, right? Like war movies.
Yes, if a
cannon hits the ground or something when you're nearby, the camera should shake.
Or if you're in a car accident, yes, it should shake.
Or if you're, Nick Cage driving, it should shake. But
because he sucks at driving.
It's chaotic and hectic. Of course it's going to do that. In something like Hunger Games, where Katniss is just walking...
For the majority of the time in the Hunger Games, she is sitting there tying a snare for a rabbit. It shouldn't be shaking then. Stuff like that. Even...
I think it's like Saving Private Ryan. There's that's a battleground. Things are going on.
Omaha
it
Beach.
Makes sense.
Of course, it's gonna be.
The shaky hand camera makes sense though because it's war, right? It's not going to be clean. I feel like the camera and the quality and stuff like that in a movie should dictate the scenario that it's in.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of makes sense for Birdman to be one continuous shot, like you said, because Broadway, you do it kind of all at once.
I understand why you would have a problem with it. It does get a little tiring at points, but
I was wondering when the movie was going to be over. Partway through the movie,
I haven't personally seen Birdman, but it sounds like something I wouldn't enjoy because of that.
I would show you a sample from it, just so you can see what I mean.
I understand it's an artistic take, but, does that mean, it's one camera view the entire movie?
It is basically...
Or does it ever, switch between multiple camera views? Or
it's just one camera.
It's
There's
omniscient.
no cuts in the movie. Everything is just a clever transition, as if it was filmed all at once.
Fun fact... the average Hollywood movie clocks in at around 3,000 shots. An action movie clocks in at around 5,000 shots. Birdman completed its entire movie in around 25 to 27 shots. 10 minutes per take. Accomplished by an extremely well cameraman and cinematographer, a really well done director, and extremely well-contained cast.
Yeah.
And, it was good because the camera wasn't shaky.
Yeah.
But it also made me want for the camera to do something else.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
It's a mixed bag.
It's movies that do the entire thing with a hand camera, and it has, zoom-ins maybe at the most or stuff like that for camera movement and stuff like that remind me of poorly made SFM animations.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's probably just me.
I would think it'd probably just be you.
I don't mind a shaky camera in found footage films. I love those kinds of films.
No, I hate those.
Those are the worst.
I refuse to watch the Blair Witch Project.
Serious?
I refuse because it looks terrible.
I also refuse to watch horror movies.
The Blair Witch Project is a mixed bag. It's good in some points and kind of messed up in others. It could be better personally.
If I'm watching a found footage thing, I want it to be more like the Marble Hornets.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Have
you seen the Marble Hornets?
That stuff is quite good.
Fantastic, and it's the thing that started the popularity of the Slender Man.
Yeah.
It's all found footage, and it's a series over the course of, I think, like 70 videos or something like that.
Yeah.
60 something.
I'm not entirely sure about that number, but...
But, like,
yeah.
the way it is it's like, this is a college film project that went wrong. And here's how it went wrong, and here are the tapes I've found.
Like,
and that works. And I'm really hoping that the Slender Man movie that's coming out from Hollywood isn't just some found footage piece of shit movie, but rather a, actually decent replication of that style.
Yeah.
Because the Blair Witch Project...
I have
it doesn't look good.
I have a lot of problems with found footage films.
Yeah.
One that
Paranormal Activity is done too often.
I strongly dislike Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, it's...
Digiman and I have gone round upon round about why he really likes it and why I utterly despise Paranormal Activity.
Let's just have one episode of the podcast where it's just an hour long of Captain Blox and Digi just battling it out about
Can we do that?
Paranormal Activity.
Are you okay with that?
I'd have to rewatch the movies, unfortunately, but
Aren't there
sure,
like
why not?
6 of them now?
Yeah.
There's 6.
Let's just say
I'm
there's
pretty sure.
too many of them.
There's 1, 2, 3,
let's put it
4,
this way.
Ghost Dimension.
Ghost Dimension?
Ghost Dimension, I think, was in 1. It was 1. And then
that was
one
like
where it was like the Calling or whatnot.
Yeah, whatever. All I know is that I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen a few of them, and
I've seen a parody of them. There was this movie called A Haunted House.
Oh no!
It's so bad.
It is horrible.
It is so bad. It's like the scary movie that nobody wanted.
It's basically Scary Movie, but take out the already not funny stuff in it,
and insert dick jokes and guy being diddly done by a ghost.
But would you say that is the worst movie, or would you say that The Little Panda Fighter is the worst movie?
Dude, that's a classic. Don't get me wrong, that's a real classic.
That's a classically terrible movie.
I have my problems with The Little Panda Fighter, but over the time that I've been watching movies, I have found stuff plenty worse than Little Panda Fighter.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I found stuff
worse.
that is worse than Little Panda Fighter.
I found this...
What's going on, Pancott?
Ratatouille.
I have... Every time I'm at the thrift store, I go and I find... I see if they have movies like that I can get for like 25 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've collected a few. There's this one, it's like a Western, and it's 3D animated.
Oh no.
And its one selling point is that one of the characters is voiced by Billy Ray Cyrus. Their entire advertising for this movie is based on that fact alone.
Oh my god.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
We got Billy Ray Cyrus. Look.
Hey, look at me! I'm Billy Ray Cyrus.
Okay, speaking of bad movies, there is... Again with the Rick and Morty references.
I'm sorry. I started it.
If we're talking about bad movies, one that I have to bring up is The Spy Next Door, starring Jackie Chan.
I love that movie.
Oh, that movie.
Now, the one thing I like the most about that movie is that the villain is Sportacus.
Yeah, it's Magnus
Wait,
Shevin.
what?
In a Jackie Chan movie.
No way.
Yeah, the villain is Magnus Shevin, the creator of Lazy Town and Sportacus. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I saw that movie for the first time a couple months ago when I was at Joey's house. And he was just like, that guy looks familiar. Didn't I see, Captain Blox talking about him in a video? And I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's
Sportacus.
When I was doing the Lazy Town review, I was looking at his IMDb. I'm like, okay, he directed and produced and is Spartacus. A big deal. I look further down his page. I'm like, wait a minute, he wasn't in that movie, was he? And then I look at certain clips of the movie. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's him.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were in this.
Sportaflop.
Oh man. Can we talk about Lazy Town for a bit?
Oh, sure.
Okay, one thing I want to ask you is, now that your Lazy Town review has gotten like a huge amount of attention, do you hate it more?
I don't hate Lazy Town. I don't hate a lot of things.
Do you not like your review anymore?
Oh,
like,
I don't like my review. I really don't like how I did. I know it could have been done better, but
I like the part where you went onto an awkward laughing tangent for about 5 seconds too long.
Oh yeah, that
was my favorite part.
I should have cut that. There's a lot of things that I know that I could have done better in that video, but
I feel like you were very noticeably inspired by Channel Awesome.
Yes, the reason why I'm taking this big hiatus is because, one, I'm doing a lot of writing. I'm redoing a formula for my thing because that's one of the reasons why I don't like it. It's because it's way too similar to the Nostalgia Critic formula, and a bunch of people pointed that out to me in the comments. I'm like, yeah, I know it's pretty similar. I just kind of just made it. I've been watching Nostalgia Critic for over 4 years. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should make my own review. It sounds cool. So I did it in the style, and I did that. And looking back on it now, I really don't like it. I know that I could have done a lot of things better. I
mean, it was good to experiment with that kind of style, but now you know that kind of style doesn't exactly work for you.
I know for a fact that it doesn't work for me, and I know that I don't want to do that again. It just doesn't... I know it doesn't seem right because I feel like I'm copying too much. I know for a fact that the video feels like a blatant rip-off of a Nostalgia Critic episode. I know there's a lot of things that I really wish I could take back in that video, but I still kind of like it though. I still kind of like the video because it's like my first real major video. It's gotten it's over 1,500 views now at this point in time. But
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now speaking of Lazy Town, what do you think of the show now? Like,
in retrospect.
In retrospect, I never hated the show. I know there's a lot of comments that I get on the video saying, "Oh, why do you hate the show?" I'm like, I don't hate the show.
Apparently, some people didn't watch the end of the video.
I'm like, I really like this show. I think it's a really good. I remember watching it when I was a little kid. I can't hate on it. I really can't because I remember having so many good memories of my younger self watching the show, and looking back on it now, I'm like, I understand why I liked it. It was fun. It got me up. It got me moving. It had good songs. It's good.
However
I really like it.
repetitive they might have been, they were good songs.
Yeah. Well, they weren't too repetitive, actually. It's just that...
Of course, that was at the end of every episode. You kind of had to have that.
Yeah, that's kind of like the catch line or whatever. But,
yeah.
What do you think of Stefan
Carl? He is
a gem.
Oh,
he
turned 42, I think, 2 days ago.
You keep slamming your hand on the table.
Because
please quit.
That's gonna spike out our mics.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, he turned 42.
Oh really?
Yeah, and for his birthday, he got to go on a helicopter ride.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So shout out to him.
He really needs to tweet more often.
Yeah,
he's in the hospital.
I mean, yeah.
But he
has a phone.
He has fingers still.
Actually, they cut them off.
Oh,
unfortunately. Just kidding.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's really good. He's a really good children's entertainer.
Hi nubs.
The thing that I like about him is he's not one of those children's entertainers that, you know how there's a lot of children's entertainers that are really fun on screen, and as soon as they're off the screen, they're complete and total
Give me my
axes.
pack of cigars.
The guy was so personal.
Oh, I hate children.
Here,
the guy was so...
You forgot to turn in your paperwork.
The guy was so personal in real life. I've heard a lot of stories about how he was so nice to everyone on set, and
even just the whole getting back together with the other Robbies, and doing that tribute to the meme sort of thing.
The Rotten fam, if you will.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But
Robbie Rotten. But yeah, he's a super good guy.
Yeah, it really saddens me to see a guy like him go too early.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you have these other people that are like complete and total jerks in the entertainment industry, and you have guys like him who are really nice and who are like really good, down-to-earth people. It just isn't fair. It really isn't.
Well, his GoFundMe hit its goal.
It well surpassed its goal.
And I think they raised the goal again.
Yeah. I think wasn't the money from the goal like going towards his family now or something like that?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think that I would think that they would still be trying to, like, keep, like, to make sure that, like, even try to delay it as much as they can.
Yeah, but there's only so much you can delay something like that.
Yeah,
until it inevitably comes. You gotta realize the guy, in a few months, the guy is probably going to be in immense pain.
Yeah, especially with treatment.
Yeah, there's only so much treatment can do.
Like, that's why a lot of people, as sad as it is these days, like, don't even go for treatment. You know?
Because it's it's really sad to think that going for treatment is literally just delaying the inevitable. It's really sad to think that,
but that's all any sort of health is, isn't it? Ow, my foot!
Hit your foot on the desk.
Sorry,
we were talking about something so emotional, and
you
ruined the moment with hitting your foot.
But yeah, it's like taking a Tylenol is delaying the inevitable if you think about it hard enough. Like, sure, step in front of the camera. Why don't you?
In front of the camera. Yeah.
For those of our viewers who aren't up with the video feed,
let's just say that I've had troubles with technology in the past where I've recorded a lot, and partway through it just dies.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, it's every single thing that can be considered better for your health is really just delaying the inevitable. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, not to get too deep or anything. But...
Ooh, that's philosophical AF.
Okay then. Switching aside from such a serious and depressing subject matter. One thing that I actually kind of wanted to talk about was Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay. Oh, no.
My personal opinion on Rotten Tomatoes, it's fine that it's out there, sure. They really need to recheck their system for a lot of things.
Dying fruit.
Well, it's just like, the problem with Rotten Tomatoes is that people get mad at them for their ratings and stuff like that they give.
It's a number.
It's one, it's just a number, and two, they aren't even the ones rating the product.
It's
a conglomeration of stuff.
They gather a bunch of critics around to bring out a poll for a number that...
Exactly. Like, it's just, here's this number, and this number, and this number, and this number, and this number, here's the average.
Here's these people that made it good, so that's what we're going to judge our number by, which... If you're judging your rating solely on a Rotten Tomatoes rating, then Wonder Woman should be Citizen Kane. I've seen Wonder Woman recently, and really? 94%?
Yeah, no.
Is it really that good? No.
It's not.
It's not good at all.
Absolutely not.
I beg to differ that
He shrugged.
It's not good. I really don't like Wonder Woman.
It was an audible shrug.
It was an alright movie.
I haven't seen it. Just don't speak. See, I normally
she dies.
with DC movies, I refuse to watch them because they're always bad, except for, in my personal opinion, Suicide Squad, and I actually want to see Wonder Woman
and Dark Knight.
And those don't count. Those are modern DC.
If we're talking DC,
it doesn't count.
If we're talking DC movies,
it's not the modern kind, so it doesn't count.
No, I'm
if
talking
we're talking
about
DC movies,
because DC's trying to create their freaking Marvel Cinematic Universe. But
can we just talk about how stupid it is for companies trying to make cinematic universes?
They can't do it.
It's
how about have each movie series have its own universe? That would make the most sense.
How about we not have as many cinematic universes as we're trying to? We had Sony who tried to boot their Ghostbusters cinematic universe, which tanked majorly. They don't get this. They don't have enough funding for a sequel to Ghostbusters, so they can't do it.
Wonder why?
Oh no.
Yeah, they're gonna lose even more money with their upcoming tragedy.
Yeah, the Emoji Movie.
And
the Emoji Movie
Jumanji
cinematic universe.
The Emoji Movie is exactly what happens when you get a bunch of senile old people who are not in touch with today's society whatsoever.
This is what happens when you give a 70-year-old CEO a
cellular device.
a one-person theater room, and you hand them 2 movies, and those movies are Toy Story and Wreck-It Ralph, and they say, all right, let's make a Disney movie without being Disney.
Here's how we make...
And then you also give them a cell phone.
You're giving it
what's popular with the kids?
You're giving it too much credit when you say that. It's not a movie. It's clearly a product. It's not a movie.
But
it's a
what
product.
what are they selling?
What's really funny to me, though, is that emojis aren't technically a product because they're free.
Like, I mean, you can buy one of those.
They are
itself is basically a product.
They are a digital face that you click.
I mean, you can buy one of those things that we always put in front of your face at the mall.
The emoji pillows.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm not talking about the actual emoji itself. I'm talking about the movie. The movie is basically a product.
But every movie is basically a product.
But you know what I mean, though. It's a cold, empty shell of what could be maybe a passable movie that they're just shipping up, saying, "Hey, here's our few cents. Have at it."
My one thing I have to say about the Emoji Movie, though, is that visually, it isn't bad looking. Like,
I would strongly beg to differ.
From a 3D modeling standpoint,
it looks fine.
It looks fine.
But then you think about the story.
Everything else makes it bad.
I would beg to differ that I don't even like I don't like the animation in the movie. I really don't.
Coming out July 28th.
It's
like
the artistic style looks so.
And it's such a terrible story. And like, I've only watched a little bit of the trailer because I hate it that much. But from what I can tell, apparently this kid likes another kid, and they send emojis to each other, and the emojis don't like being sent or something.
No,
it's basically Wreck-It Ralph with emojis.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
The Matt emoji wants to be happy. That's the story. Yeah. I shit you not.
It's basically Wreck-It Ralph with emoticons.
Literally 20 minutes into the movie.
Literally Wreck-It Ralph.
Literally 20 minutes in, he could just be like, I don't want to be a meh. There you go.
And everyone in the trailer, everyone was like,
"Oh, be moderately happy. Why don't you?"
But then another thing is like they're talking about in the trailer that they're like, but we only have one of every emoji, so you need to. Then why does Patrick Stewart poop have a son?
We're number 2.
Why does Pooperit Stewart have a son?
There's
who is also a poop emoji that is lit, fam.
There's a lot of problem with.
I'm like it doesn't make sense. Also, how does poop do the do and have children? Also, that would imply.
How does the do the do?
Also, that would imply that there are more than just one poop in the first place, because Patrick Stewart poop had to have a son somehow, meaning there's a femme poop.
Too much into this. This is the emoji movie. You don't need to be thinking.
Yeah, you were reading a lot into this.
There is a femme poop somewhere in there. Now, also, the super happy emoji is the villain.
Oh, surprise there.
Now, I have one question. Are we all going to not see it?
I'm not.
I feel like
unless someone forces me, like straps me down to a chair and forces me to watch it, I'm not going to.
Unless somebody pays for me, I will not put my money towards Sony because I
strongly despise Sony as a company.
Like, except for the PlayStation department.
And their phones. Their phones are pretty good.
Their phones are good. And their TVs.
Their films.
And their washing machines.
Let's just say their films department is the worst.
Sony Pictures is what
Sony Pictures needs to go bankrupt.
Sony.
I said it.
Damn.
I said it.
Well,
I
ever
hate
since
Sony
ever
that
since
much.
they made an entire movie about assassinating Kim Jong Un.
Oh yeah, the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then North Korea was like,
Uh-oh.
Nuke.
Uh-oh.
But of course they couldn't get the nuke off the ground, so they're delaying the inevitable.
Just like Thailand.
Thailand.
Oh, politics.
Anyway.
Let's not get into politics.
North Korea, don't nuke
Right,
us.
JAMAcast is now Politicast.
Okay.
Donald Trump. Anyway.
Donald
Wall.
Trump, loud bang.
Wall.
Wrong.
And rest in peace.
Rest in peace, microphone.
Alright,
Now,
well.
speaking of companies we hate, how about film companies that have done a lot right?
Ooh.
Well, okay, what?
Marvel.
Well, I'm not done with Sony yet.
Marvel.
Okay.
I'm not done with Sony yet.
You're not done with
boy.
Sony. Oh boy.
All right.
They're straight to DVD releases. Surf's Up 2 with John Cena.
No, it's not just John Cena. It's the entire WWE crew. You have The Undertaker. You have... Wasn't The Rock in that one, though?
Yeah.
In a surfing movie?
What about
Yes!
What about John
Okay,
Cena and
that's
Scooby-Doo?
like doing Scooby-Doo and Kiss.
How about
Oh, they did
By
it!
the way,
They did
the
it!
Kiss members had a Japanese anime magical girl transformation at the end of the movie. They were goddamn Sailor Moon!
Okay, if we're talking about WWE
I want to see
movies,
fan art of that, please.
It exists! It is a movie!
if we're talking about WWE movies, we have to talk about the crossovers with the Flintstones and
Oh
the
my gosh, yes.
Jetsons and Scooby.
We also have to talk about John Cena being Fred's dad.
Oh,
That was pretty good.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Fred!
if you're talking about a movie that's worse
Seriously,
than
Fred reminds me of Mr. Meeseeks.
Before we started this podcast, I was looking through my iPad and I found a music video called "Christmas is Creepy" by Fred Figglehard.
Oh my gosh.
He kept middle fingering me as I kept playing it.
Wow.
Gross.
It's a terrible.
Oh, it is.
I think
I don't blame him, honestly.
I think my favorite headcanon for Fred is that Fred is secretly a Mr. Meeseeks. And he's only doing it because somebody asked him to achieve internet fame so that he could die.
Oh my gosh. Let's just this isn't the JAMAcast, this is the Rick and Morty cast.
But hey, you see it too, right?
I understand.
I see
His
it.
voice is even similar. He's just like, hey guys, it's Fred!
Oh my gosh.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks, hello!
Someone needs to make that a thing.
Can that please be?
Make a blue Fred Figglehorn.
How about you find somebody who can draw Fred as Mr. Meeseeks? Find somebody who can do that.
I know somebody who can draw.
Okay.
We all know.
We need to get Fred Figglehorn and Mr. Meeseeks combined, and no joke, that'd be the greatest thing ever.
Oh,
I'm
we
Fred
can even do it.
Figgleseeks.
Oh, we should do it as a cartoon for the Cybersoup channel.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
That'd be great.
Why is this a thing?
JAMAcast.
You know, why are
animated
we
adventures.
all things? Okay, are we done bashing on Sony now?
Yes.
Wait,
Oh,
there's more. How come the games that are by Sony Pictures are better than the movies by Sony Pictures?
Because games are better.
For example, the Surf's Up video games, fantastic.
a lot
Yet
of
for
licensed
some
games
reason
that are
the movies suck.
hold
the,
on.
and yeah. Anyway,
Surf's Up
sorry.
was a good movie.
That was just an example.
Surf's Up was
good.
a
Go up.
surfaceable movie. That wasn't even intentional, by the way.
Surfing is just Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
with
LaBeouf, and then you have Big
Big
Zeke starring as what's his name?
Big Zeke was
Oh my gosh, why
Shia
can't I
LaBeouf.
think of his name? He was
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, yes, that was him.
yeah.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
I'm sorry, this might be like controversial to say. My opinions are so controversial I don't even know anymore, but Jeff Bridges is like actually one of my favorite actors ever, probably.
Jeff Bridges is a good actor.
Is-
I will forever
He's
love
got-
Stephen Merchant He is my Wheatley.
As cringy as it is, Jeff Bridges is like super good in the original Tron.
Oh, like I watched it a couple weeks ago.
It's super cringy.
So
they
cringy,
literally went to a dollar store and bought frisbees. That is how low their budget was.
This is
the light
Disney
discs
for crying
are
out loud.
plastic frisbees.
This is Disney for crying out loud. You know they had something.
But like they obviously had budget, but all of their budget went to the non-existent special effects.
Oh, you want to know a movie with bad CG? Go see Tron.
How about Flubber?
Flubber.
As charming as that movie.
How about Shark Boy and Laughing?
That is a movie director who built his entire career off of making cringe.
Roger
Rabbit.
Roger Rodriguez.
Yeah, him. Did you hear about the movie he made that he made it and it's not going to be released for 100 years?
What?
Yeah.
What?
He made an entire movie that will not be released until 2115 or 2116.
Well, I need to live longer so that way I can criticize.
Seriously, nobody who is alive today will see that movie.
Well, unless you
unless you're just
extremely
unless
you age extremely well.
Somebody needs to find that.
What?
And get access to it so that we can figure out this mystery before I die.
I think there's a trailer for it.
Really? There's a trailer now, but what?
A trailer for a movie
there's
sounds like Roger Rodriguez.
There's a little clip.
So,
but anyway, it's just like from the creator of Spy Kids, and it's like, wow, that'll be relevant in 100 years.
Remember Spy Kids?
Remember Spy Kids? My grandparents sure don't.
Back in the day.
I think my great-great-great-grandparents do.
Back in my day, I remember watching Taylor Lautner dressed in a shark costume.
Back in my day, I remember Taylor Lautner running out of the house and ripping off his shirt. Don't take off your shirt. No.
Back in my day, we had Mr. Electric, played by George Lopez.
But I think the worst part is, have you seen the TV show Crossbones?
I don't think I have.
Because that's the only thing I know him from. The main actor in the movie that won't be released for 100 years, is... Frick, what else is he in?
Language, please.
Sorry, not on my Christian server. I have no idea what his name is, but he plays Blackbeard in a TV show called Crossbones.
Oh, okay. This guy. I have no clue.
Anyway, that show got canceled after one season.
I'll have no clue who this is until I search it up on IMDb after this.
Yeah, and then you'll just be like, oh, him. Yeah.
Oh, who?
Oh boy, him.
Oh my god.
He's been in other things. I just can't remember.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
You know who's a really good actor?
Who?
I never remember names, but I know faces. Have you seen the Prince of Persia movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So the Vizier.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in years, so
I vaguely
the
remember
Jafar-ish character.
I haven't seen it in years.
Seen that movie.
So
Okay. Well, he also plays the
Flute.
Black Panther from the new Jungle Book.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay!
So
Ben
he's-
Kingsley!
Yes, he is a fantastic actor.
Oh, Ben Kingsley is great.
Yeah.
One of my favorite roles is he was in Schindler's List. That's probably my favorite role that he ever did.
Yeah.
Another good actor, probably my favorite actor of all time, is Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Ooh, yeah.
He is amazing. You would know him. You've seen the Thor movies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Odin.
Oh, yes, I love him.
Yes, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
I think I had his babies once, and that is why centaurs exist.
Oh.
Because I'm a little horse.
Okay, quit trying to leak cringe conspiracy too. Come on.
Wait, what?
Quit trying to make
No,
references to cringe conspiracy.
No, we're
I wasn't
referencing
even
literal.
referencing
We're
that.
referencing little drinks. Literal drinks.
Literal drinks by Tomska.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's this one? Sex on the Beach.
No!
Okay.
Such a good video.
Tomska's again. Oh, Tomska needs to direct a short film.
Tomska needs to direct a Sony movie, so it would actually be good.
Damn.
How about let's talk about a theater, like a company, a movie company that's actually done things right.
Blumhouse.
Who?
Blumhouse.
Columbia.
Blumhouse. They're doing the new It.
Oh,
Hell
yes, Blumhouse. Okay.
Yes, Blumhouse. Fantastic company. They only do horror movies.
I'm super,
and they do all of them well.
I'm super excited for the new It.
Oh, man.
Get
I
Out
rewatched
was also by them,
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay, but
Really?
Yeah. That was also by
That was
them. The
Directed
new,
by that one was by Jordan Peele, right?
yeah,
From Key and Peele.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is also by them.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be soon, hopefully. Well, I'm
I
still
suppose
interested.
you and I are gonna have to go to that one when it comes out.
I'm going to it, whether you're coming with or not.
Oh, okay. I'll just tag along, maybe.
I'll probably go to see it like 3 times if it's good, but it's by Blumhouse, so I really expect it to be good.
Yeah, I rewatched the older Stephen King It movie in preparation for the new one, and gotta say,
It doesn't compare.
the original is amazing.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's got its problems, but I still have a soft spot for that one.
Yeah.
what do you call Tim Allen with a little extra spice? Tim Curry.
Wow,
Anyway,
that's a
sorry. I
horrible
thought of
joke.
that earlier today.
Yeah,
and it's
you
just
know-
been
I know.
stuck in my head.
I hate whenever I yawn, I cry. Anyways,
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
as
cry
you can
every
see,
night.
my eyes are visibly wet.
Oh, wet.
Speaking
Moist.
Speaking
Speaking
of
of what?
eyes, glasses would be
Moist.
right about now. I broke mine a couple weeks back, and
Oh.
God, it is such a pain to be. Those of you who are watching on the video, you'll see me rubbing my eyes a lot because I have been without it for a couple weeks, and I'm farsighted. So,
Oof.
it sucks being without them.
I just
really.
keep
I don't-
forgetting
I
to
don't
put on
know
my
why.
glasses.
But like as of recent, my eyes. Shut up, dog.
Doggos are barking.
Whenever I like close my if my eyes just keep watering for no reason, I always look like I'm crying. I mean, internally I'm always crying, but
Existence is
I don't
pain.
want to show it.
Here's my my Rick and Morty
Reference of the day.
Existence is pain
For a
for
me
me seeks. There. that's my
Existence is
2
pain
cents.
for a me seeks, Jerry.
Jerry?
Ooh wee.
All right. Yeah, I like anything that Blumhouse puts out pretty much. Stop being up there.
Okay, other. What are some other?
Universal Studios.
No.
Jurassic Park.
No.
Jurassic World
What-
sucked.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so bad. Okay, you're telling me that a girl who is running around wearing high
Okay,
heels
I'll get.
Can
can
outrun it.
outrun a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yet
Yes, like-
earlier, that T-Rex was super fast, and then immediately after that, it bull rushes the enemy thing, Tyrannosaur.
It's like
Indominus Rex.
yeah, that thing.
I don't like
The
Jurassic
ideas
World.
that Jurassic World had were good.
I think that the new
It
Jumanji
relied
is
too
gonna be
much on
terrible.
its.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, I think
Oh.
It relied too
personal
much
opinion. I think there are a lot of bad movies that have good ideas.
Yeah.
And those do include. I haven't seen the new Jumanji yet because it's not out. But
Oh,
Oh.
I think
It's gonna be one of
it's
those.
the same scenario as the new Wreck-It Ralph is having.
wait, there's a new gonna be.
Is the new.
Yeah, they teased it at the end of Moana.
They did?
Yeah.
When was this?
Wait,
I know the
It's hidden
sequel.
at the end of the
I know the
credits.
sequel
Oh,
is
end of the
supposed to be
credits.
about Ralph breaking the internet or something.
Yeah.
But it's like
No, really.
no joke. This is
They're
the
adding
thing.
internet to the arcade, and that's the plot of the movie.
Okay, but
Why?
you say break the internet. I immediately think of Kim Kardashian, and I think of like the freaking wine thing, but I think of like the edit of somebody making the wine go straight into her ass crack. It's like you can think of Wreck-It Ralph, like almost partially naked.
Why does that?
That needs to be a thing.
That is such a
Get somebody to
stupid,
draw
like.
that.
What kind of barrel roll of a thought did you have to get to
You say
that?
break the internet, and I think of that Kim Kardashian thing where she tries to break the internet.
Well, now I'm just thinking of the guy who put a mason jar up his anus.
There's a reason why this podcast is marked as explicit on Google Play.
I just love you hear the mason jar break, and he just goes, oh. And then he's just like picking shards out. It's like, oh.
The sad part is I've seen that. I've seen enough messed up stuff on the internet that would scar most people.
I'm pretty sure the one
Welcome
thing
to that side of the internet. I'll be your host.
Welcome to the internet.
The one thing.
By the way, I'm giving that to you. You can do whatever you want with
I
that.
think I may use that for that side of the internet. I'll be like, welcome
to the internet. I'll be your tour guide.
I don't
My
know.
name is Jonathan Higgins, and we're about to
it has to
explore
be slightly different.
that
Welcome
side of Deviant.
Welcome to the internet. I'll be your tourist guy. And that
Doesn't
way it's
roll
not
off-
the same.
It doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
Yeah, he's kind of giving it to me, and
Neither
this
do I.
is an audio recording of the fact that he's acknowledging it, so we're just gonna go with
Do
that.
whatever you want with it. I don't like the fact that I
Top of
used
the morning
it
to
in
you
my...
laddies, my name's Jack Septic Tank, and today we're gonna filter some water.
Top of the morning to you laddies!
I don't like him, to be honest.
I don't really like Let's Players to be... No offense!
I'm so offended right now. How fucking dare you?
No offense. I really don't mean
Like,
any
literally, I don't even want to look at you right now, but I am, because there's makeup and I can't move my eyeballs.
I'm not trying to make any offense to it. It's just that I personally don't like
I don't
watching
think
Let's
you
Plays.
understand the trouble I go through. I, totally plucked out all of my eyebrows this morning just so I could block them back in with a pencil. So how about you just shut your fucking hole?
This is why it's explicit. Fine, I'm sorry.
This is why it's
There, you happy?
explicit.
Oh my gosh. I just personally don't see how a person can be entertained by sitting down and watching someone else play a game. I personally am those person who likes sitting down and playing a game for myself. And
I mean,
interacting with that person beside
to
me.
put it in the words of the person who made who helped make like really huge fan collaborated like milestone videos for Markiplier, the way he kind of puts it is that you watch because you like reacting to like the same things.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like part of like it's an experience like it's a really tightly knit community a lot of times.
Yeah.
Of course, then you look into the thing and it says, "I've got a surprise for you," and then it's a goo.gl link, which is why I don't trust those.
But
It's like I think he said it's the camaraderie of reacting to the same sights and sounds and feeling those things together.
the types of Let's Players that I like are ones that feel like a podcast. It's two people having a conversation. That's why I hate doing solo Let's Plays, and that's why I always record with Joey whenever I can.
Why do you think
wonder-
I quit doing Let's Plays
wonder why,
in my earlier days of YouTube?
I don't
Those were
stream.
bad.
I don't stream by myself often because I have nothing to say.
And when you do, it's not a game.
Yeah, it's like when I do something by myself, it's because it's a video because I can edit it. I can edit out the silence, but like I only do Mario Maker streams when like you guys are here because it's fun to. You guys like watching me be really terrible at the game, and I like watching you guys be better at the game.
Yeah. Well,
Better
like,
in quotations brackets.
It's the scenario of like
for me at least.
the reason why I watch the Game Grumps as much as
that,
I do.
that's what I thought your example was going to be.
Yeah,
because
and it is, and
like
it's,
we were watching
it's the
there.
same example I use. Hi, I'm Laura. But like it's that kind of scenario. It is not the visual as much. The reason why I like their kind of Let's Play so much, and why that's the kind of Let's Play that I'm also trying to do while not also copying them too much, is because it is listening to two people having a funny conversation and there just happens to be a visual aspect to it, which is a
Okay.
game that I enjoy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like
That's
like you
understandable.
you were there when we were watching. Hi, I'm Laura.
But like you weren't watching the video, you were listening to it, but you were also laughing, right?
Yeah, I was off doing something else.
but
my
you
other thing and I
heard the
heard it,
jokes,
yeah.
right? And that's the point of
That's
those
what I
kinds
think
of videos.
solo
Somebody
Let's Players
could-
are suffering from, is they're relying solely on the fact that you are watching the gameplay and listening to this guy when those guys, they're just talking.
But that's why a lot of solo Let's Players play horror games, because then it's a state of reactions. And it's like,
Yeah.
I wonder what's gonna happen when this guy gets Freddy Fazbear popping up in his
And
face.
then they go, haha, pussy.
Yeah, right?
Of course, then me, I played Ben the Unique Machine.
And
once,
oh, fuck me!
that's what I said. That's what I say when I get scared, I guess.
Yeah.
I ask people to have sexual intercourse with myself.
Oh, okay. For those
But,
of you
but
who
seriously,
are...
that's it. That's the reason why I think Let's Plays are enjoyable.
Okay.
Because it is a person having a reaction or people having a conversation.
Okay.
The Game Grumps feel more like a podcast with a visual element.
Yeah,
Okay.
same with the Achievement Hunter Let's Play channel.
Yeah.
Like, it's a group of 4 or 5 or 6 people playing a game. It's like, you can watch it, but sometimes, like, for example, their Minecraft Let's Plays, you do like to watch them.
Yeah.
But it's mostly the conversations they have, which are, oof,
Which is
wonderful.
why there's so many, so many animated things of the Game
Yeah.
Grumps, because there's, so many funny moments in there.
And,
Like,
and
they
the
sound
animated
incredibly
portions
visual
don't even
when
have
they-
to have, like, the game in it.
It's
They
like,
sound incredibly
You are
visual
dead.
when they...
Yeah, exactly.
and descriptive when they start talking. Like, I've only watched a couple videos of theirs, and they sound incredibly visual with their descriptions of, funny things
Yeah,
that they'll just start talking about.
exactly.
And that's where I think their community branches off and does well, and is really is it's a breeding ground for creativity.
Yeah, but and that's also where I like Let's Players like Markiplier, right? Because as much as I don't like him recently, and I don't watch many of his videos, now he's a comedian, right? And that's what he does. He is an improv comedian, and so when he plays a game, he'll take whatever's going on in the game and he'll apply it to a funny scenario that he can say. And that's a whole different kind of reaction, right?
it's like,
Yeah.
I love the animations that people do for him. Like,
Especially Cranberger.
Cranberger is amazing. I gotta show you the one he did for Olin Rogers.
Oh, it's so good.
It's
Okay.
hilarious.
Hilarious.
My padre.
But yeah, it's there are reasons to like Let's Players. It's not just because, oh, there's a person playing a game.
It's like,
Right?
the reason
Yeah.
I don't do Let's Plays on my channel before is because, it's
It's
very
hard.
tedious.
Yeah.
It's like, I was actually able to pump out, or at least for 5 episodes, I was able to,
Do daily Wii Sports videos.
yeah. But the thing is, when you pump videos out that often, people like me aren't very likely to watch all of them.
Yeah.
It's like,
And when I'm editing one of my videos, I record 60 videos in bulk. 60. That's 2 months worth of videos. And I record them all in bulk when I'm with Joey, right? And I have them all in stock and stuff like that. And then every night before I go to bed, I will edit a video and I'll render it while I'm sleeping. But I put a lot of effort into my videos.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I can see that you do. I'll sit down and watch a couple videos of yours, and I'll be like, yeah.
Like sometimes I do get lazy, right? Like with some of my videos, I will put the background in the border and my end card and stuff like that. But no matter what, I will always, when I'm editing it, even if I'm just doing a simple adding background and borders and stuff like that, I will watch through the entire video, and if there's anything that I could make better with other edits, I will. And that's also why I've added my fake editor who doesn't exist, named Dwayne. Because Dwayne gives me more freedom to actually edit. in my videos and put more effort.
I remember the one time you were telling me about how you edited your funny moments video, and how long did you say that take you? An entire month?
It took me an entire month to edit the first March montage.
Oh, wow.
And it took me 2 days to edit the next one. And the next one was twice as long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's like,
but
didn't you change the way you edited after? Because
my first one, I wanted to put captions on, because I love, if you watch the old Markiplier montages, right? He would have captions on it, and like the captions would like shake if he was yelling or something like that. And I love that idea. But the problem is, like, it takes so long to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why other YouTubers can do that kind of stuff is because they aren't doing daily content, or they have better software.
Oh
or
yeah,
something like
it amazes me. There are professional YTP channels who upload like insane masterworks of editing. I'm like, stuff that I could only fathom to do.
Kind of like Zootopia.
Channels,
That's a good one.
Channels like The Things 1, Emperor Lemon, CS188, people like that make me fathom like having that editing ability.
Like,
But for my first episode of The Scorpion King, it took me 2 days to edit that video. Because I was actually putting effort into my editing with that one. Yeah, I wasn't being lazy with it.
That was a good episode.
Which, it might look simple to have a picture of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson going to the center of the screen, and then an arm comes out, and the arm goes flex, flex. And then he goes off the screen, or whatever. But that probably took me 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of
you
things.
need to make sure that you use that motion tracking tool.
Motion tracking doesn't help for stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I really wish some audience members would actually take into consideration the amount of effort it does to edit a video.
Yeah,
It
even a
is
gameplay
so-
video.
Something like that, I completely understand.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it takes forever to do the simplest of things.
I know a lot of people who don't edit their videos. They turn on Bandicam, they put their microphone in Bandicam, their webcam in Bandicam.
www.bandicam.
And they have the freaking logo on it, the watermark. And they'll just hit record, barely talk, and then upload the video.
It's like, I've been taking a really long time just to edit a finish my sentence challenge, because it's so tedious.
Yeah. Like, I could, if, like, for a while there, most of these videos aren't out yet. But I was recording my audio through my microphone straight into Elgato. But that was lagging behind. And I could have kept it like that, and it would have been like a second or so behind with the audio, right?
Yeah.
But instead, I decided after a couple playthroughs of it to not do that anymore, because like for my Kirby videos or something like that, you'll notice that I have a reaction that's, a teensy bit too late or something like that when I get hit by an enemy and I go on a swearing tangent, which is now a shirt. Go to click the link below. But yeah, it's plug. This episode is sponsored by our shirts. Buy them. But yeah, it's stuff like that, and I decided to go back to just recording my microphone separately on Audacity, because it doesn't take any extra time off my hands to properly sync the audio and make better quality.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, the state of YouTube is, people think that it's a grind.
People just think,
but it doesn't have to be.
People also think that it takes little effort to put something up, but in reality, it takes you how long to do those Let's Plays? To film, to record, edit, and put it out. That takes...
For myself,
Thinking about your future.
I record anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes per episode, depending on how our conversation is going, right? And that'll be that. So I'm going to say 15 minutes roughly there, right? And then to export that at 1080p, and the audio or whatever at a good quality. That takes another, I'm going to say 5 minutes, right? So that's 20 minutes there. And then to edit that probably takes me an hour if I'm not doing much editing.
Okay.
2 hours if I'm doing a little more editing, or, anywhere up to the Scorpion King video, which took me 2 days.
Yeah.
And then I have to render that, which my computer is slow, so that takes a while. And then uploading it, which takes maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The point is,
you put your time and effort in. It's not like it's taking much off your hands. Right?
Yeah. I understand, now that I'm switching formulas and trying to kick myself into high gear to get going, it sucks because it's like, I know what I'm doing. I may as well just say little bits and pieces of what I'm doing. I've completely rewritten my entire formula. I've got a formula down.
X equals 4y squared.
No.
minus-
X equals...
I've completely rewritten my formula. Okay. I'm just gonna say it now. My next big video, is going to be a full-on opinionated review of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Yes!
So far,
Happy.
it's been... I started writing it back in April. I am at 4 pages in over 14 to 15 very large and lengthy paragraphs.
That's a book.
I'm only a third of the way done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How long
of course.
do you think?
You just got to meeting Watto.
How long do you think this video will be by the time?
Oh, it's probably going to be a bit lengthy. I know that the series is going to be called Contemplating. Contemplating Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
It's basic... That's the name of the series. It's going to be a very lengthy video. I know for a fact that it's going to be super lengthy. Just editing the thing and filming the thing is going to take quite a
long
while.
time. Yeah.
Yes.
Writing, I know the reason why... Part of the reason is because I've been really lazy, and part of it is because life. But then I'm thinking of releasing the... thinking of writing a bunch of the stuff. Writing a bunch of the episodes, filming it all at once, editing it all at once, and releasing it kind of like a TV show and kind of weekly. That's what I'm thinking. It may not work that way, but I'm going to try it that way to start off with.
If you can get a video like that done in a week, then kudos. Because stuff like that is difficult, right? Do you mind? I recorded...
I'm sorry, this is an X-Hamster.
X-Hamster.
Bedroom is that way, thank you.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Oh, he's actually going, okay.
Not yet.
I ain't coming yet, babe. Wink. Wink wonk. Nudge fudge.
I think that's probably a good point.
No, we're not ending.
Oh, we're not ending.
I'm
We're just getting started. No.
Ooh.
Well, I was about to.
Well, now I'm interested.
This conversation goes till we find a good ending.
And so far,
Unlike the last episode where Randy had to go to bed.
Let's just have one of those
I'm gonna find
6-hour long
the end
podcasts.
of something else.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, right? But yeah, it's like... yeah.
I know that there's going to be a lot of effort put into this this series that I want to do, but I feel like with the stuff that I know that I'm capable of doing, and the people that I know that I'm going to be working with, like you guys, and I'll probably almost certainly get Swift Click in on helping with the project.
Yeah.
Probably I do want to get Jeeves in.
Yes.
Jeeves is going to be in an episode one way or another.
Yes.
Whether it be he helping me write, or he's going to be in the episode as an actual person.
He should be Jar Jar.
No. I know for a fact that Jeeves wouldn't do that.
No, Jar Jar's the best.
But yeah, like
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar is cancer. You can leave.
Pardon me, Jar Jar is Darth Plagueis.
Oh my gosh.
Misa's the worst character. I saw my Stitch.
But yeah, like I was doing a review of Lassie, the video game. Right? But yeah, I was doing a review of Lassie, the video game for PC.
Can you tell I'm tired?
Yes.
And I filmed the entire thing, like voiceovers and everything and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually gave up on it because of how long it was taking me to do. Because I had gotten new, like, editing software and stuff like that, and it just... It didn't seem worth the time and the effort to go through this cringy old video and stuff like that.
Speaking of time and effort for a cringy old video, I know you guys are upset with the choice, but I really don't want to go back and finish the Amiibo Story trilogy. This is a creator decision. I just feel like
you did create the series, and you do have that kind of. You can make that kind of decision.
There is a very large misconception that SwiftClick created it. That is me. That's my idea. So yeah, it's a very. Part of me wants to just to finish it and say, hey, why not? Let's have another laugh. But part of me is like, we're at a point where we have all evolved to a new state of like editing and what we can do, where it just doesn't feel like
I feel like in a way that's exactly why we should do it though, because the first one, right?
The first one was just a bunch of.
The first one was the first one.
The first one was a bunch of cringe
second
we decided to film because.
The second one was funny and it was better quality and stuff like that, and it was a romp, right?
Quality on quotations.
It was better quality, let's be honest.
And we made original music for it that time.
If we do a third one, we can do something actually good. Something that shows what we can do story-wise and
cinematography-wise.
Especially stuff like that, because not only do we have access to 4K camera, we have access to very good sound equipment.
Kachiga.
We have access to like a lot of extra things, right? Like,
well, I understand why you got, and that is why you got. I know you guys are upset with the decision that I want to make, that of not wanting to continue forth with this.
I'm a bit more upset than he is because I've been working hard.
Froboy wanted to do. He was the one who came to me and he's like, "Are you sure you still want to go through with this?" And I'm like, I don't really, because I understand why you guys want to do it. I understand completely why you guys want to go through with it. It's just that I just don't feel it's worth the time. If we do a third one in the future, you don't want it to be forced. Just because people want it, right? I know that I've read the comments in the first two Amiibo Story videos, and whatever people say, don't necessarily listen to the SwiftClick. That is entirely... It's entirely my decision when it comes to releasing Amiibo Story 3. He did help co-direct the first two, but it is my creator decision, so... Because
he... Like, the Cringe Conspiracy, Swift helped with both the Cringe Conspiracy and Amiibo Story in a big way. And I'm not bashing Swift at all, because he is an amazing human who's done a lot of great things for Cybersoup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But when it comes to creating another one of something that, like, either of us has started, either be Amiibo Story or Cringe Conspiracy, it's ultimately our decision.
Yeah.
It's like, if you think that Amiibo Story shouldn't continue and that we ended it on a pretty solid note, that's absolutely your decision. Yeah. If I feel like we only need to do so many cringe conspiracies, that's my decision. I definitely want to do a second one because we've got a great story for that so far.
Yeah, so far. Like, we have really good ideas for the second cringe conspiracy. And the comments really help, actually.
I've been saying for months that we're working on it. Now we're working on it.
Yeah, we are like, down to the bone. We are working on it hardcore.
Yeah.
And, like... I feel like the reason why I'm the most upset about the Amiibo Story 3 thing, and I know it's your decision and stuff like that, and I completely respect that and things like that. It's just the work that we've already put in, right?
I know.
But
I'm not trying to discredit
on the other hand, those can be something else.
Like,
right?
I have created a theme song for.
And I'm not trying to discredit that. That stuff is really well made, and I still have the files on my computer.
Yeah,
I feel like we ended it pretty well.
Our ideas. I'm going to put it this way: our ideas for Amiibo Story 3 and our writing that we've already done for Amiibo Story 3, all of the music ideas that we've had for it, we can put towards other things. Mm-hmm. Like the idea doesn't have to go to waste. If we wanted to, we could turn what we have for Amiibo Story 3 into a loving story about a Pog collector or some shit like that, like or a Funko Pop collector.
Or if we want to get those clicks, a fidget spinner collector.
Hey Josh,
yeah.
The '90s called. They want their Pog reference back.
Speaking of Pog,
pardon me. Are you shitting on my Boglins right now?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, speaking of Pogs, we were cleaning the grocery store a few days ago, and
you found Pogs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be that one person, but hold on. I'm gonna lay this on you. It's pretty heavy. What are Pogs?
I knew it was coming.
I don't know how to properly describe Pogs.
They are circles.
Cardboard circles that are like part of a game.
That have things.
They're basically as useless as fidget spinners and tech decks.
No, tech decks are.
They are as useless as. Collecting Pogs is about as useless as collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards and baseball cards and any other sort of collectible. Seriously.
I thought Pogs were like drugs.
It is useless to have collectibles.
No, it's not.
And that is why people have them. I kid you not, that is collectibles in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like people who collect Laserdisc. They're never going to watch it on Laserdisc because they have Blu-ray.
Yeah. They're kind of like Amiibo if you really want to go extreme.
At least Amiibo has functionality.
Yes, Amiibo has functionality, but how many of those extreme Amiibo collectors are going to use every single one of their Amiibo?
That's what makes me upset. I have 3 Amiibo, and I use all of them.
I sold like half of my collection because I wasn't using it.
I got a Tom Nook the other day. Thank you. By the way,
yeah, $4.
$4 for or it was $8 for 2 Tom Nooks.
8 cents if you're watching this in the U.S.
But yeah,
Get it? Currency jokes.
And I use that Tom Nook with my Breath of the Wild because I don't have Animal Crossing. I don't have an Amiibo sensor for my 3DS or anything, so I can't use it with my Animal Crossing, sadly.
Yeah.
But I use it with my Breath of the Wild. Because it gives me food and stuff like that. Like, I use my Yarn Yoshi with my Yoshi's Woolly World and my Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I only use the Yarn Yoshi with Yoshi's Woolly World and Mario Kart because it gave me a nice thing for my Mii.
Yeah.
For me.
I feel like speaking of Tom Nook Amiibo, I feel like using that in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe should give your Tanuki suit Mario a Tom Nook suit. You can call it a Tom Nookie suit. And it's literally just Mario wearing a skinned Tom Nook. But anyway.
But it needs the sweater.
It needs to have the sweater on it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that would be really funny, but that's just me. Anyway.
Yeah.
A Tom Nookie suit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean-
Pogs are plastic.
Pogs.
They're not plastic.
Cardboard.
They're cardboard
Well,
circles.
today I learned something that I can now say to people.
The more
Don't
you
worry,
know.
boglins are worse. They're little like rubber troll things you put on your fingers, and then you can go meh with them. It's great.
Almost as useless as those little like mighty machine, like a micro machine, like little figure, like they're like tiny little cars.
Small.
Oh,
They had a
yeah.
series of commercials with a guy who would speak like rapid speeds for this like tiny little like car. They were kind of like Polly Pockets. They were like so
yeah,
tiny.
I actually have a bunch of them.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I have a box. I used to have an entire like drawer about this size, full of Hot Wheels.
For the people
and
who are at home listening to this
I
without
just
any video,
gestured on camera. Watch it on YouTube also, please. But words. It's a drawer though, full of Hot Wheels and those tiny little car things. And seriously, collecting Hot Wheels and stuff like that has no functionality.
yeah,
Or anything like that.
they're just toy cars.
It's a little piece of metal that you can roll.
My childhood. One sec. My
the guy who's barely talked
The guy who
entire
never talked. You're
podcast.
saying 1 sec.
Hold on.
Sure, why
my
not?
childhood was mostly composed of eating Play-Doh. As I wish they would say in the commercial, fun to eat, not to play with.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
My poo came out green.
Well,
I don't
it's
think
funny
that's
because
something
you can
you
actually
actually
make
that.
Play-Doh out of like juice and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So you can actually
Like
have
Kool-Aid.
edible Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, somebody find me the recipe for that. Put it down in the
Just look
comments
it up
below.
online.
So what were you gonna say?
I still have my Hot Wheels collection from when I was like 5.
So do I.
It's like it brings back so many memories. Like I remember this one.
I had half of the
Favorite
X-Men series of Hot Wheels.
Nice.
When
I still have an
was-
Xbox.
When I was young,
360.
Same.
when
One
I
day.
was younger, most of my toy collection consisted of Star Wars action figures and Lego. It was actually a couple months ago that I got rid of most of my Lego collection. I have a small little box full of my minifigures, my good
Again,
Lego
watch on
minifigures. But I got rid of my long-lasting Lego collection a couple months ago.
What'd you get rid of?
I got rid of stuff.
I think he gave a bunch to Swift to use in his animations.
Yeah, I did. And I a few years back, we had. I'm not gonna say the specifics, but something happened, and I lost a large portion of my Star Wars action figures.
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna say what happened. You guys know.
yeah. We know.
But I lost a large portion of my Star Wars action figures, and I haven't been able... I had, rare ones, too. I had the background characters, in the Star Wars Cantina, like Pondo Babu, and these obscure guys you would never know. I had these guys in action figures, and I lost them to this thing. And it really sucks, because I'm like, those are things that I was hoping to hold on to, because I know that those things would have grown in rarity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had stuff from the original
No
70s
opinion.
release of Star Wars, which is, it's kind of gone. It's gone now, which sucks.
I kind of want to give you all my Star Wars action figures now.
Nah, it's fine.
I've got a Kylo Ren. You want that?
Screw Kylo.
Still in the box.
I'm gonna say it now. I hate the new Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah, I
only
don't-
one movie.
I don't like.
I hate the new Star Wars.
I don't
thing.
like Star Wars.
You
haven't
haven't seen
seen
any
it.
of them. You have no
You
judgment.
Can't
I like the
say it.
Lego game.
Wow.
Wow, you're
that
judging
gives
the
you
entire
judgment.
film series.
It's not canon.
You're judging the entire
The
film
Lego
series.
games were based on the story.
But they're
of
not
the
canon.
movies.
You're judging the entire film series based off.
Well,
A
I
Lego
did
game.
watch some because you know the one teacher that did robotics,
Oh yeah,
the one that I
Yeah.
told you was leaving.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's an avid Star Wars fan to the point where I want to punch him in his damn face. I mean, he has
I better stop
he has a companion cube in his room. That's about the only thing I respect.
He also has a portal gun.
Yeah. But anyways, we for some reason had to on it was like a last day of school or a last day of the semester. For some reason, I think it was a Star Wars day across the school. For some reason,
May the 4th.
Yeah.
Either May the
for some
4th
reason
or May
we
25th.
had to watch Star Wars. Like, I don't even remember which one. All I know is Jabba.
It probably would have been May the 4th because that's Star Wars Day.
It was either May the 4th or May 25th, because May 25th was the official 40th anniversary.
So, like, we were watching this, and I look, oh my god, this is not aged well.
No,
I would beg to differ. It is aged
terrible.
No,
though I have to say,
you probably watched the special edition. That's why it's aged horribly.
If
you watch the original cut, then you would. That would be a different opinion.
Didn't Jim Henson do the puppets?
Yes.
Yeah. Jim Henson.
Kirby. Kirby the Frog. Kirby the Frog. Miss Piggy.
Hi ho, Kirby the Frog here. What's poppin', Jimbo?
Nothing makes me happier than thinking about your corpse.
Why you look at me like a bunch of little idiots?
Billy. Alright, shut up.
I like how this just went to a Jax Films reference. Anyway.
I'm gonna make the whole world deaf.
And all your screams.
Doodle-a. Are you crying? No! That's what you sound like. What's your name, kid? Jason? Well, I'm gonna call you Billy. What's the matter, Billy?
Why are you guys going on this long tangent?
Because it's a good video.
Okay, back to Jim Henson and Star Wars.
Yes, Jim Henson's puppets are amazing, except in Labyrinth.
Oh, yes.
Okay, no, I'm pretty sure my favorite part of Labyrinth was the part where they were dancing in the woods with trolls and the green screen was bad.
Yeah.
My favorite
really
part in
bad.
the movie probably...
As in they're trying to dance on the ground, but actually they were on the sides of trees.
My favorite part of the movie probably has to be when David Bowie and a bunch of the troll people are dead.
My favorite part of the movie was David Bowie.
That's basically...
He's the only redeeming factor.
Yeah.
My favorite part
Who
of being
put him in
alive is
such
death.
tight tights? Someone please tell me this. Because children under the age of 12 should not be watching that movie.
What's that? Well, Billy, that's called a penis.
That's called a leg hair.
Look at the puppet work in that!
You can see it twitching! Yes, Billy. Yes, you can.
Oh, jeez. Crikey, look at that! I discovered a new species!
Crikey, that's a big one!
Oh, man. Okay.
Well, knowing David Bowie, it wasn't a dick, it was an electric eel, but anyway. Anyway, rest in peace. Sorry, man.
Rest in peace, Ziggy Stardust.
It's kind of funny, actually.
Oh, no.
Can I be, brutally honest about the celebrity deaths from last year?
Okay.
Go right ahead.
The only one that actually got me was Gabe the dog.
A couple got to me.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder.
Oh,
the original
that's actually
Willy
a
Wonka.
lie. Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
got
Carrie
to me.
Fisher got to me. Gene Wilder got to me. He was the original Willy Wonka.
Yes,
And
that one
Muhammad
got me
Ali
as well.
got to
Nothing
me
gets-
as well.
Well, there wasn't any celebrity deaths that got to me. But
Brain deaths?
I've never actually heard anything from Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
It's like, okay.
Maybe I have, but...
yeah, I'll just leave my tangent for when I go cry in my room later.
What
Prince
what
was a
got you?
gem.
Well, you know who it is that died from. Well, a close friend of basically everybody in town. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got to me. At first I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. And next thing I knew, my pillow was really wet. And not in a good way.
Okay, good
Not
warning.
in a good way?
It's
My
a good
pillow
thing
had
we're
been
not
moistened
mature.
by my tears.
Okay. Yeah, no,
You could say I was a tearjerker.
Anyway,
Let's just...
Anyway, bad.
Sad
Okay,
masturbation.
bad. Okay, don't speak. I just want to look at anime titties, but I can't stop thinking about
Why is the FBI here?
They're only cartoons.
That reminds me of a Sonic
have no
fanfiction
idea.
I read.
That reminds me of the meme. It's like the FBI texts you and it's like, why is your dad here?
That reminds me of a Watto fanfiction I read. What?
Oh, no.
I was looking up Watto fanfiction earlier today.
I know. You
And
were showing me.
We only
my
found
goodness.
one case of...
Found one case of a Watto-related romance fanfiction, sadly.
Yeah.
There needs to be more. Somebody write that.
If you find any Watto-related fanfiction, specifically based in the romance or lemon category,
Tweet it to us at
tweet it to us.
CyberSoupENT.
at CyberSoupENT
Lemon?
with the hashtag JAMAcast, please.
Lemon?
Lemon.
Lemon.
I know what it means, but lemon?
If
Yes,
we can get enough,
I
we'll
want
read them.
Dude, you're telling me that you have not JO'd to a nice, sexy, thick pic of Watto. Come on, the way he flips his wings?
Oh, I just realized what character that was. I was like, wait a minute.
You can
No,
take
the-
the boy or you can take the mother.
Or you can take me. You can take the mother. Hey, you can take Jedi tricks.
None of your Jedi mind tricks work on me.
Galactic credits will work. No, they won't. They will work. No, they won't.
Why won't they work? We're basically Mexicans. We don't like fancy space money.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, Papa Pia.
It's a good show.
You had another Rick and Morty.
The Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
This is just going downhill, ain't it?
To the Mario.
Fling your arms from side to
I
side.
agree.
I think it's about time we wrap up before this gets out of control.
It's already out of control.
Before we end, I just want to,
No.
this is something short. I just want to know favorite and least favorite movies from you guys.
Of all time.
Yeah.
I think my most favorite movie right now has to be, I think, Zootopia.
Like if you can't, I understand you're having you seem like you're having troubles with this.
I like movies.
I like movies too.
Actually,
I don't like
haven't
I don't
noticed.
like watching TV shows or movies or anything like that.
So, like, okay, I
I have a very
or at least-
strict selection.
I
at least
have a
few
small
movies.
list. One of my favorite movie that's come out recently. I need to actually have both the air quotes on the same. It was uneven. My favorite is probably Moana. My second favorite actually has to be it's tied between both of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I'm not one for action movies, but those were actually really good.
Yeah, those are really good ones.
Chris Pratt is a national treasure.
And so is Nick Cage.
No.
Oh wait, that was just a movie he started.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, for me, all I know is that my favorite Disney movie of all time is Zootopia. My favorite movie of all time, I couldn't tell you. The worst movie I've ever seen, I honestly couldn't tell you. I've seen too many bad ones.
I think the Little Panda Fighter, because we couldn't even make our way all the way through it. It was that bad.
Oh, I know.
What's going on,
Food
Pancata?
Fight.
Food Fight, yes, it's a bad one.
Has anyone seen Sausage Party?
Yes.
That one's terrible.
I've seen the first 10
The movie
minutes.
poster is a dick joke, so you know it's going to be a...
Honestly, if you're seeing Sausage Party, watch it with... No, don't watch it with anyone. Watch it by yourself.
Watch
Okay.
it by yourself and
With
take
your-
a shot every time they cuss.
Cuss.
Oh wait, you would be dead.
Cuss. No,
Take a shot every time you'd be funny. It'd be the most sober night you'd ever have.
Okay, but my favorite movie... Ugh, shit.
I just like the Twinkie, the Twinkie that's like, once you see that shit, it fucks you up for life. That's my favorite part. Just the fact that it's a Twinkie saying that just makes me so happy.
If it makes it easier, maybe just a few that you like. Stuff the top of your head.
Probably Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jurassic.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
First Jurassic Park scarred me.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Coming from a person who loves the Mario games, the Super Mario Bros. Movie isn't bad.
Okay.
I actually kind of like it.
It is enjoyable.
I kind of like it just because how absurd it is.
Yeah. People hate it because, it's based on Mario, but it's not in this thing, and the thing.
It's so absurd that it's hilarious.
But I think people don't realize, first of all, that movie was the start of the Edge filter. But secondly, like, look at Yoshi. Like, holy crap. That's such a good puppet.
These are lost on me because I haven't seen it.
I will show you a picture of Yoshi from that movie later.
If you want,
it's such a good puppet.
If you want a really fun night, get a group of friends together, sit down and watch the Super Mario Brothers movie. It'll be a riot.
I watched that movie, and then a week later, I went to Joey's place, and I forced him to watch it with me. And he was like, "This movie's gonna be bad." And then I was like, "No, really, just watch it." And then we ended up really enjoying it together.
When I watched Jurassic Park, it scarred me because children were kind of getting crushed under a car.
Yeah,
I understand why it would scare some younger kids.
I just love the guy who gets super terrified, and then he goes to take a shit, and then he dies.
The lawyer that gets eaten by a dinosaur.
Also, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory also scarred. That scarred me as a child, partly because of the child that went up the tube. I was like, oh my god, I'm claustrophobic.
Really? It wasn't the tunnel scene? The tunnel
no,
scene
that was pretty tame
fine.
compared to the fact that a child basically turned into chocolate or something by the end of the movie.
The tunnel scene literally has psychotic imagery of chickens with their heads getting cut off, locusts, and millipedes.
Well, as a child, I didn't really notice that, but I noticed at that point in my life, I realized how much I hate really, really, really confined spaces to the point where you can't move.
Oh, okay.
That scared me. I ran out of the theater.
Speaking of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Johnny Depp Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I actually really like.
Yeah, same.
It's not bad. It's not the best movie ever, but that was a movie before Johnny Depp became Jack Sparrow. He had played Jack Sparrow by that point, obviously. That's not what I'm saying. But it was before every role of his was Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
He's such a confined actor now. All he can do is Jack Sparrow. But when he was Willy Wonka, you knew he was Willy Wonka. You knew he was different.
Yeah. I have problems
also
with
the fact that,
but I do understand where you're coming from.
Also the fact that Willy Wonka was supposed to be a cannibal in that movie, but then they changed it at last minute.
Okay. If you're having a hard time choosing a favorite movie, or at least a couple, just choose a couple off the top of your head.
I'm trying, but y'all keep interrupting. Speaking
Mortal Kombat!
Okay,
no.
let's give him some silence.
Shut up! Okay, new song. Anyway, favorite movies? Jurassic Park. The first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yes. That one is good.
The second one's better.
The second one's better, but overall, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy is actually...
If you can name the exact comic book which is better than the second movie, you go ahead.
Yeah, I've never read any of the comic books.
Spider-Man,
I haven't seen any Spider-Man.
At the Calgary Stampede. I have that comic book.
Huh.
It's pretty good.
Cool. Well, I think that's a good place.
Yes.
I didn't
One more thing.
actually get to name my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you who are actually wondering, this will probably update in a few years from now, but at the moment, my two all-time favorite movies, and you can quote me on this, my two all-time favorite movies are
Toy Story,
Birdman, The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance,
and Toy Story.
Toy Story. There we go. Oh, another favorite movie quickly? Tarzan.
I'm actually going to add one to my list. Toy Story 3.
Okay.
Toy Story 3.
Is
It's good.
the first? No, not first. Up was the first, but it was the first Pixar movie that made me cry, like bawling, crying. Up and Toy Story 3 left me like emotionally drained.
Hate to hear that.
But yeah,
Well,
those are my 2 favorite movies. People can quote me on it if they want to. It'll probably change in the next few years.
It'll be on a t-shirt.
I'm just kind of upset by Toy Story because Tim Allen doesn't.
I'm upset that they're making a 4th.
I am too.
There is no reason for that.
Unnecessary.
The third one was so good.
It ended on such a good note, and why? There's really no reason for a 4th.
One thing I really hate about Pixar recently is, Toy Story 3 did well. Let's continue doing sequels. Finding Dory sucks.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Toy Story 4 is going to suck.
Oh yeah, just a news alert.
Okay. But like Cars 2, I personally like it, but I know that it sucks.
Oh yeah.
Cars 3, haven't heard good things from.
Oh, I haven't heard anything good.
Monsters University, as visually pleasing as that movie is, it is terrible.
A lot of problems with that movie.
Like, Pixar used to be like good movie, good movie, good movie,
here's
good
how
movie,
I see
meh
it.
movie, good movie, good movie, good movie.
Here's how I see it. I actually think Bug's Life is a good movie. A lot of people don't.
It's so good.
A lot of people don't agree with me, but I think Bug's Life is a good movie. It goes from the first Toy Story movie. This is how I see it. First Toy Story movie all the way until I would say Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
That is their good run.
Except for Cars 2.
Except for maybe Cars 1. That was kind of a step in the wrong direction, but then they got back on their feet and went WALL-E and Up and
WALL-E is so good. I know it's just a stupid ad for Earth Day. It's a stupid ad for Earth Day, but seriously.
Okay. That movie, all the way until they get into space, is the perfect visual narrative.
Yes. And even when they get to space. Once they get to space,
starts to go down for me a little bit.
It goes down a little bit, but then it picks up into being actually a really good love story.
Yes, like
even though it's a robot, and robots don't love.
Yes, they do.
Well, they do now. And also, they
have
have
you
little
ever
sparky
seen
kisses.
No. But I feel like it's like
best Disney Pixar movie is Shrek.
It goes all the way until Toy Story.
I know.
Close.
It goes all the way until Toy Story 3. And
that's DreamWorks.
They kind of tend to dwindle a bit afterwards, and then now it's just like I'm starting to wonder what is their actual motive and what is their plan.
Well,
their first original movie in like a while is a movie called Coco.
Which looks good, actually.
It looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good, but so did the Good Dinosaur.
I haven't seen it.
It's terrible. It's how bad it is.
Yeah, it's
how bad.
Apparently it's a Western.
Yeah.
The one movie that Pixar did well in the last few years was Inside Out.
I heard good things about it. Haven't seen it.
But the movies have been really dwindling. It makes me sad because I know that they've been able to do good movies, good original movies. Why? You don't need to continue with sequels. I understand that it's a pre-established thing and you can make money off of it, but
But see, with Toy Story, they know it's going to do well.
Oh yeah,
and they know it's going to do well because they have 3 movies to prove that.
Mm-hmm.
And
when Toy Story 3 came out, it broke the box office.
The reason why Cars 3 is doing so well is because the first 2 did well, and so did the 2 Planes movie, even though they're terrible.
There's only one.
There's 2.
No, there's 2.
There's 2.
There's 2. There's Planes, and then there's Planes Fire and Rescue.
Oh, that okay, yeah.
Yeah. Also, getting Dane Cook to voice in a children's movie was a bold choice.
Yeah.
How about like I think it's like Trey Parker in Despicable Me 3?
Or Seth MacFarlane in Illumination Sing.
That's
that
a good
actually
movie.
kind of got to me. I'm like, really?
That's a
Yeah.
good movie.
Sing is good.
Oh, okay. You
Get
guys
out.
can. I can.
That's a subject.
That's a discussion for another time. I don't like Sing. I hate Sing.
No, I like the music.
Yeah,
Like, the soundtrack is good.
But that's all it is.
well,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Sound
just a
effect.
promotion for a soundtrack that you can buy.
Yeah. But, like,
But
either way. Like,
$9.99.
okay. Scarlett Johansson needs to make a rock album. I'm sorry, she does. Her voice, so good.
We gotta wrap it up at some point.
okay.
We don't have to. We have all night.
Oh yeah, we do. Hey,
Right.
I'm fat.
We're busy later.
Well, I'm just gonna be over here, kind of just.
Speaking
You're
of
gonna
Fat
be our
Albert,
cameraman.
did you see the video of Bill Cosby being escorted into the courtroom or whatever?
Oh.
And as he's being escorted to the courtroom, he goes, "Hey, hey, hey!" It's like,
What a fool!
Did he do that?
yes,
Fool.
I will show you the video.
You fool!
Right
It's
after
like
the-
you're such an
Oh,
idiot.
You're already being accused
like-
of rape. You do not.
Hey,
You don't
hey,
have
hey.
Albert.
Hey, I'm coming for your kids.
Oh God.
I'm coming for you.
That made me look up.
Yeah. Anyway, we should end this.
Yeah, we should
All right.
probably.
Yes, thank you guys so much for watching or listening. If you're listening to it on either SoundCloud or Google Play.
Yes, the podcast is available on YouTube, Google Play, and SoundCloud.
All the links are in the description, except
you-
for YouTube, because you're kind of on that if you're seeing this.
Yeah. And if you're on YouTube, there's links in the end card. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at CyberSoup and ENT. And if you want to tweet at the JAMAcast crew specifically, use the hashtag JAMAcast in your tweet.
And thank you to Captain Blox for joining us
Oh.
and having a very delightful, very, very long discussion about movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you said, when you get passionate about a topic, it just the conversation
we were
will
talking
stop.
about it a couple of days. We were talking about it a couple of days ago. You had said, yeah. You had said a bunch of people say that I'm really quiet. Until you get me starting to talk about movies, you can't get me to shut up.
It's like I
Let's-
said
let's-
3 times. Hey,
let's
we
put it
should
this way.
probably stop now. No, we can't.
Well, that's the thing about podcasts. You don't have a set time
It's
limit.
like I'm still not used to this new format. I'll get used to it as time goes on, but I'm still not used to this new format
Well,
entirely.
just in for future episodes' sake, just don't do the whole "we should wrap it up now" thing. We'll wrap it up when the conversation starts dwindling.
Yeah.
That's the point of a podcast.
It's okay.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Well,
It's
I
all
do-
good.
It's all
It's
good.
okay,
I
we
do
acknowledge
some-
your mistakes.
I do sometimes have to.
My
work
parents
on
the
that
mistake
day.
here. Anyways,
We acknowledge your mistakes and your parents' mistake.
Damn.
We acknowledge your mistakes. My parents do that every day.
Oh,
anyways, thank you guys so much for watching.
what's wrong, Mom? Are you thinking about my future again?
Don't do that!
Fairly Odd Parents, best show.
Thank you guys for watching or listening, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Check the links in the description.
For all our Twitter handles.
Ooh-wee!